Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I'm hoping you had a blessed day today. I'll be turning on my little fan. Hopefully it's not too noisy for you guys, but my little corner is getting hot. All right, so today I'm going to be sharing how I made these two cards. Okay, so as you can see, it has dripping honey. It has full little bumblebee wings on it. Has a little bit of dimension. Same thing here. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to show you what I used and where I got it. These enamel dots are from my stash. I use these for Paraku alcohol markers. Number 97, Rose Beige. Number 32, Deep Yellow. 33, Melon Yellow. And 102, Raw Umber. I also use the Micron pen, number 03. A little personal hand stamp for you by, and then my initials goes in the back. I used a Ranger alcohol ink, jet black mini stamp. I used scattered straw, Distress Oxide by Ranger. I use, give me 1 second here. This is called a tracing wheel. I used also Wink of Stella. And I got my stamp from Colorado Craft Company. I bought this from My List Crafting, the group that I belong to. I used honeybee gem stickers. And I also used honeycomb from Doris the embossing folder. All right. The paper that I use is from Basic Gray, and it was Oh Baby. And black cardstock for the bottom, and also the white cardstock. All right. Now I'm going to show you two things because a lot of people might not know about embossing, and they don't even know what the term means. So this embossing folder will give you two designs, a raised one and a non-raised one. The raised one is called embossed, which is this one right here, and you could put your fingers on it and you can feel that texture of the honeycomb. This one that is not raised is called debossed. Okay? There you go. Now, like I always said, I have a cheat sheet because years ago I had a stroke and my memory sucks. So I am using the size card that goes on top for the design is 5 1/4 by 4. All right, 5 1/4 wide by 4 tall. Here you go, 5 1/4 by 4. So now what I did was I did this card, this one, the debossed side, which is the indented one on the opposite side right there. I did this one by mistake. But that doesn't mean that I was going to throw the card away. So I still used it. It still has the design of a honeycomb. It looks like a honeycomb. It's just not raised. Why am I going to throw that card away? So I used it, and just for the video purpose, I did it on purpose again. So that way we can just do a second card, because these cards that I'm making will also be sent out hopefully for this year for Mindless Crafting group, where we do the campaign for the army. But we don't know if that's happening this year or not. But it is. I have tons of cards that I'm already making for the group. All right. So let's just get started. I'm going to start with the most simpler one. Now, you may ask, how did you get those fake bumblebee wings? What I did was I used vellum. I stamped the image of this stamp that I bought from Mindless Crafting. I stamped it on the vellum, but I used the mini ink pad. So I just went I didn't take the flower design. I just took the bumblebee design up, and then I stamped it. And then I used my Wink of Stella. For the sake of the whole video, I did a whole bunch of stuff in advance. I put it on the wings, and you have to let it dry. You have to let it sit a little bit and let it dry, okay? Then I fussy cut the wings out, okay? And this is how the wings are going to look like. They're going to look like a little heart shape. All right? But as you can see, it's got the little shimmer of the Wink of Stella. Okay? So, let's make this one first, which is the one with the embossing, which is the correct way of doing it. Okay? I'm just going to put glue. My cardstock has already been folded, as you can see. And a lot of people, I have the glue tape, but usually it's better just to go ahead and glue it, because the glue can give you a little bit of wiggle to put your piece of paper the correct way. Okay, that's done. And I already colored my card, and I already attached the wings, my little bumblebee design. I already attached the wings. I just put a little dab of glue. I held it down for a little bit, and there you go. Now, I didn't finish this flower on purpose because I wanted to show you. You know how the flowers, especially this kind, has a little bunch of little miniature dots on the right here on this part? That's the effect that I wanted to continue giving it. So what I did, instead of just going up and down, you know, like when you're coloring, I just dabbed it like that. So I wanted to continue those little circle designs. See that? And then I use my 102 raw umber, and then I give it a different color. There you go. And I did it around it like this. See that? So it would make it look like the design of that real flower. There you go. See how pretty that is? Now, there's one thing that a lot of people don't do, and is that they don't finish coloring around the stamped image that you fussy cut. There's two ways of doing it. You can use your alcohol marker and just go around it, or you can just ink it. Now, the scatter straw color matches so well with the colors of my cards. So you can just ink it like that, and you're covering that white, and it's going to look very well and finished. So I'm going to take this off. I'm going to place it on my card. It's a miniature card. There you go. And that gives it that dimension. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? I really love it. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to the back of it. Put this baby down. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of my designs to it. And I normally do this to my bookmarks and any cards. There you go. Either 3 dots or, see? Just like that. Scattered it around. That's with the micron pen. And then I want to use the lightest yellow. And I usually have a little piece of cardstock to make sure that that's the lightest yellow. And then we'll do it again. We're going to repeat it, but with the alcohol marker. That's that. Now I'm going to put the enamel dots. This time I'm just going to place 2, one small one and 1 big one, and that's it. I think that's good enough. All right, I'm going to place it right there, and I want it to look sideways. So we're just gonna glue this like that. All right, so now I also did this in advance. We're just gonna do some little squiggly lines like this, just with dots. I'm gonna place 2 enamel dots on this one. And as you can see, I inked all the white cardstock, all the edges. They're already inked. Place it in the corner. And that's that. There you go. Now, a lot of people wanted to know about how do I make it look like dripping honey. And what I use is the All Night Media Liquid Embossing Sepia Gloss Finish number 90069C from Plaid. And how I did that was, this is kind of hard to, I'll take the lid off, but there you go. Press on it and pull up. Press like you're pushing it and then pull up, and it looks like a teardrop. That's what the look that you want, and it will dry up like dripping honey. So here we go. Press, pull, press, pull. It's a bumblebee. It's a bumblebee. There you go. Sweet as honey. It looks like real honey. But please do not be tempted to lick it. There you go. That's that. And I want a little bit of gloss in his eyes. And so I'm just going to put a little dab in there. His eyeball is going to be a little bit shiny. By the time it dries up, he's going to look really nice. There. All right, let's go to the next card. Now you have to let this sit for a little bit. So I'm going to set it aside. All right, cover this baby up. The tracing wheel that I use, the reason why I use is because I love to watch Anna White or Sweet Miss Daisy, and she uses a tracing wheel to give it a faux stitching around the edges. All right. Now, if you don't have one of these, you can use your micron pen and give it yourself a design of faux stitching. But this is what I use. Now, did I buy one? Yes, I bought one, but I got these at a thrift store as well. So if you are a person like me that likes to go thrifting to find these little things or any other stuff that you can actually use in your scrapbook room, keep an eye on it, because I found like 3 already at the thrift stores. All right, so I gave it a little faux stitching. I don't know if you can see it. And then I'm going to give it my little design that I always do. Just 3 dots in the shape of a triangle and 1. And then with an alcohol marker, just some random yellow dots to make it everything look cohesive. But instead of using the enamel dots on this one, I want to use the little gemmies. Okay, so for the gemmies, I have one of these, right? You can take it out and you can use it, but I'm just gonna let you know that I like to put a little dab of glue wherever I put a jammy, because I'm afraid that whoever receives my card, they might, you know, the jammy might come out, and that's really disappointing, you know, like, oh, come on, she gave me a card and it's falling apart. No, I really don't want to do that. So a little bit of dab of glue, that's all it needs. Put the jammies, and there you go. That's it. That's all it needs, I think, to make it stand out a little bit. Glue. A little bit of glue goes a long way. That's it. Place it. All right. Deboss card. I'm gonna glue the baby down. See, the other side has the embossed side. But that's not what I want to use. I want to use the deboss side, because it's still good. The design is still there. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and glue this down. And for the video's sake, It was almost ready. We just needed to give it a little bit of... And what am I missing on this one? I'm missing my little designs with a micro pen. There you go. And my wings. Make sure that's the shiny side up. Dab of glue. Hold it down and drop it. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Another dab of glue in the back. And let's just put this one sideways. There you go. This card is all set. Now, when it dries out, I'm just gonna place these with the same paper, okay? Fishtails is just a little strip of paper, enough size or big enough that your little stamp can fit on it. And then if you don't know the fishtail, how to make it, it's just simply that strip of paper that you cut, you're just gonna go ahead and cut right in the center. Guide yourself from corner to that center. From the next corner to the center. And there is your little fishtail. When my cards are dry, I'm just gonna glue these in the back. But before I do, I'm taking my tracing wheel and I'm just gonna go ahead and do my little tracing design in the back of my banner. It's just the little details. Those are the little details that matter, I guess. And I do go around the whole banner that I made. Okay. And there you go. That's it. That's it. That's how it's supposed to look like. I don't know if you can see, but that's how it's supposed to look like. And then I'll just go ahead and place it in the back of the card, and this is how it's gonna look like. So it's gonna kind of give it a cute detail. All right, friends, that's it. That's how I wanted to show you how I did these cards. Hopefully you were inspired and see a lot of people are afraid of vellum. Vellum is not intimidating. As long as you know where to hide the glue, you should be okay. And yeah, go ahead and have fun and play. If you have the same stamp, there you go. You can make cards, pretty cards with it. All right. That's all, my friends. You take care. God bless. Bye.